Welcome back to Dota Fit League season number 3, game number 3 of Team Tinker versus Team Empire in the lower bracket. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Basically the bottom of the 9th inning. I'm What Is Hip from High Ground TV. With me today is going to be Ryu Vorez, my co-caster, Mott Pax on Stacks, Pimp Muckle on Stacks, man, on stats, and Pimp Muckle on production. And this is on US East. One coin. There was a random. So basically, the way it works is the server's randomly selected, and then the rest just goes on as it will. And well, we're into the draft. Alan, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. This should be an interesting one. We obviously felt the impact of Morphling last game as
or the lack of impact.
Yeah, it was so impactful that it did nothing. That's what.
Want to know why he's liquid because he's not a solid part of the team?
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
That did not.
Yeah, that's fire, Gerg.
That was not a good one. That did not work out. But looking at the draft so far, Gyrocopter and Undying banned
You've
out for Team
solidified your
Tinker.
failure.
Oh, wow, dude. Banned out for Team Tinker. And those have been the first 2 picks in both games for Team Empire. Definitely their comfort zone. And in response, Empire have banned out the Wisp and the Beastmaster, 2 just pretty broken heroes in this patch. The vision that Beastmaster gives you is incredibly powerful in this patch, especially because there's been a lot. I think there's been a lot more like fighting so far. At least it feels like it in a lot of the games. So Leshrac and Bane are picked up for Empire, and Nyx actually is picked up for Team Tinker.
Yep, I'm touching back on Beastmaster because I do think this is the second or third strongest hero in the patch. Obviously, Undying doesn't really have any answers to his counter. It's just Gyrocopter right now, and might see something else come back up. But the Beastmaster, yeah, he's even more obnoxious than just the later stages of the game. Sure, you can have the Hawk, you can always boots of travel on it and do stuff, but his laning phase is extremely good, and that's where we haven't seen him in the past. He just always, fell off because he couldn't have a presence in lane, but now you can have 2 boars almost up at once. It allows you to do a lot more harassment early on. Well, he's not going to be in here, as well as the Dragonite, as well as the Viper, as well as the Lion. Last pick ban, or last ban coming in from Team Empire. What do they want to ban out? Probably a carry hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm into that. They also, they ban out the Lion,
Naga, man. I don't want to see no Naga, but
Naga actually could be a good ban here, I think.
Naga versus Lesh isn't that good though, so I agree. I would say a Chin ban out is more warranted, but
Way2 did have a pretty huge effect on the lanes in game number 1. Resolutions, Viper is banned out, the DK banned out as well. Team Tinker just banning out a lot of those strong pushing heroes, which definitely seems to be what Team Empire have been favoring in their draft so far. They've definitely been going for just big push lineups. They've not really been on the split push train. It's really just been grouping up and pushing in almost all the games that I've seen from them so far in this patch. So Team Tinker going to ban out most of those heroes, and Empire have just banned out a couple of those broken heroes, and then Pylai dies, Lion, and Way2's Chen. And where do you think they're going to go with this? I think support Lesh is 100% viable. I think it's actually really good. Core Lesh obviously has its strength as well. You can go for the early Bloodstone. Even the new item Octarine Core is quite good on Leshrac. Any opinions, Alan, whether this is going to be support or Core?
I would say Lesh Core is a lot more beneficial. It's kind of the same aspect as Alina. Sure, Lena can do both, but if you can have that great early game, you're always able to snowball. You're always able to put out more pressure. You're always able to get that fast Yules for Lena or that fast Bloodstone for Leshrac. And being a frontline tanker is always something good. Taking down the towers is going to be great. And I do love Team Tinker's counter to it, right? Though Nyx Assassin, you need to find ways to shut down Leshrac, and that's the best way to do it. Just mana burn, and anti-mage is kind of good for it too. But if you have, this is very interesting. A Razor pickup now.
Blast from the past to the old Deathball strategies with Razor picked up here, and I've got a speculation question for you, Alan. What do you think of Death Prophet in this patch?
Oh, dude, I was I think that's the secret strategy for the qualifiers.
Dude, I think Death Prophet is gonna be sick.
No, honestly, I was gonna talk about it more a lot when the qualifiers came up, because Death Prophet with
Prophet seems to
Octarine
fit.
Core,
Yeah, it's insane. The
it's
cooldown on the
insane,
ultimate
dude.
is
I've tested it
108
out.
seconds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that
So
cooldown
good.
plus the lifesteal constantly, plus you even lower down, you lower the cooldown of your silence and your crypt swarm too. It's freaking insane, man.
Yeah, I think that's actually gonna be I think it's gonna be good.
10
No one's really
seconds
tried it yet,
remaining.
but we'll have to see if it comes
yeah.
in play
5
here. I
seconds
mean,
It's like
remaining.
nobody tried Void for the longest time during the patch last year, and then all of a sudden Void
Reserve
was picked
time.
every single game because teams realized, oh, Skywrath Mage plus Void. Who would have knew?
Visage picked up for Team Tinker, and
10
wonder.
seconds remaining.
I mean, it's possible they pick up a Dro here.
5
Seems like, I
seconds
mean, that could
remaining.
definitely work.
Yep.
This could
Yep.
just be good old Dro Visage. They've got the Queen of Pain as
Dire
well.
team pick.
We'll benefit from that quite a bit, and I think we'll definitely get the Dro pick here if they're gonna do it. There's no way they risk it getting banned out. I mean, this would work very well with their lineup so far, and it does open up sort of their I mean, getting range on your last hero as well is just hugely beneficial. Is what I'm trying to say.
You don't even need to get the Drow, but it's, I don't know, man.
10
Drow is kind of
seconds
like,
remaining.
hey, I'm gonna boost up all your
Drow
damage from your
Ranger.
allies, but they have a lot of things to
Team
counteract it, right?
Empire's
You can
turn
use
to
the Bane with
ban.
the Fiend's Grip. Leshrac can just run at you if he can turn on his spells. The one good thing is they don't have a reliable lockdown like a Clockwork yet to really get on the Drow. So gusting all these heroes that are coming at you could be
10
great, but
seconds
still,
remaining.
Bane can get off the Fiend's Grip from far away before you can cast the
5
Gust
seconds
normally. So this
remaining.
is going to be interesting to see from Team Empire, but still, these heroes are going to melt, right? Leshrac, he's forced to go into a BKB
Dire
in this
team
game
ban.
because there's a Nyx Assassin on the enemy team that's going to have a 4-second mana burn, hopefully at level 10, but actually, you kind of need to get Spike Carapace level 2 early on, but that's just because the 1.2 second stun is
10
a lot better than
seconds
having
remaining.
0.6. It just allows you to do so much more. You're able to reliably
5
hit your
seconds
impale
remaining.
and do a lot more combos effectively, but it counters that, and then when Leshrac has to go
Team
for a BKB, he
Empire's
can't go for
turn
that
to
Ghost
pick.
Scepter, so all this right-click damage that could be coming out is really good too, but
Dire
Well,
team
Team
pick.
Empire, they're gonna finish up their lineup with a Centaur. It looks like it will be a Core Leshrac, and Team Tinker, they ban out the Lycan. That makes sense for me. It looks like Empire are going to be looking to apply pressure here. And this time they do have some good building killers. Just honestly, with the Leshrac, I mean, he basically does it all by himself, and maybe Rubik can even steal familiars or something like that. That could help him quite a bit as well.
10
But Team
seconds
Tinker, again,
remaining.
looking like they're going to probably go with the non-combative approach in terms
5
of their cores,
seconds
and they're just going to be
remaining.
looking to get pickoffs with, you know, the Queen of Pain and beat heroes like the
Reserve
Visage, like the
time.
Nyx. They can just break up the push from Team Empire fairly easily in the early game. I mean, you sort of touched on this, but you know, Leshrac in the early game is extremely low on HP. Bane, pretty similar. Rubik does have null field, which helps him a little bit, but he usually doesn't get that till a little bit later. So they're definitely going to be
Tinker need to be
susceptible to Quap ganks here.
right, the Quap ganks is going to be crucial because I think Team Empire are going to run aggressive. Centaur versus Nyx Assassin. Centaur wins that. Leshrac versus Quap. It's about even. Lesh can put out a lot of harassment as well as the Queen of Pain can, but Leshrac can do it from afar with his lightning. And then aggressive with a Bane is sleep into static link. That's very scary. You also have a Rubik dealing out the Fade Bolts, reducing the enemy's damage. And this tri lane is looking very scary coming out from Team Empire. And I wonder if Team Tinker are going to realize this, maybe dodge it, or are they going to try to go head on? That's why they're taking a very long time. They're like, oh, Empire's probably going to go aggressive now because of their lineup, the way that
10
everything's
seconds
situated.
remaining.
And it's going to be interesting to see what
5
really can
seconds
they pick. They've
remaining.
got 5 seconds left. They're going to random nodes Venge here. That's a lot of aura coming out here.
There's a lot of aura. Also gives them a decent stun in that defensive tri lane. It's going to be Boba on the offlane Nyx Assassin. This should be an interesting game. Looking forward to seeing how it does play out here. But Team Tinker, I mean, this potentially aggressive tri-lane could be ridiculous.
Yeah, the Visage nuke and slow is very scary. But still you have the Bane who can, turn it around with his God, I'm having a brain fart, Greg. What is it called again?
I'm just gonna let you struggle.
Brain sap. Jeez, dude. So it's easy to turn around a lot of these things. Might have to see Black leveling up the Gust early on, maybe even level 1, if not 2, because you need to have Precision Aura, and I think you really need to have Gust at level 2, else they're gonna lose the engagement. So I really want to see Empire doing this tri-lane versus tri-lane. Let the cores play 1v1s and see how it goes, and it'll be very interesting.
Well, we'll see how everything works out, as Resolution is the one to pick up the Razor. And while we're paused here, we can do some quick introductions. It's going to be Black on the Draw Ranger, Pylai Die on the Vengeful Spirit, Bulba on the Nyx Assassin, Koikova on the Queen of Pain, and on the Visage is going to be Way Too Sexy for Team Tinker. Here in game number 3, winner moves on, loser goes home. Alan, why don't you tell us about Empire?
Come on, Greg, where's your hype at, man? All right, we got Empire, Russia, trying to take game 3.
Russia.
We'll see. I'm just kidding. All right, we got Aloha Dance playing the Rubik. We've got Silent playing Leshrac. Always Want to Fly playing Bane. Resolution, as you mentioned, playing Razor. So yeah, he's got boots first. Going for that really aggressive build here. And Iba.
Well, we'll see.
Playing
Well, it looks like they are going to challenge this top lane. 4 heroes running up. They do want to get that ward down, hopefully unnoticed, but Pylai Die is trying to run out there as fast as he can to see him, and he is going to see them. Now they should have a rough idea of where this ward is going to go down. If it goes down.
It ain't going down, Greg.
They're going to corral Pylai Die back.
Tinker have a good lineup here. They have a lot of ways to deal with it. They have a lot of return. Pylai Die is pretty dead. Oh,
he's very dead.
Poor guy.
In the air. He's going to get Splurth as well. Linked.
Oh, that's Resolution too.
Yeah, Resolution getting that first.
Wait, let's look at the recap though. This is what I want to bring up too. Normally you don't see this happen too many times, but see that gold split? Everybody, normally that would be, what, 450 gold going to just the carry. So this is a really good, it's a really big nerf, I want to say, to First Bloods and how they work. So people automatically don't start off with like, hey, you got a bottle. And it just, I really think they found a good way to distribute the gold early on. And I'm really impressed with that, how changed in this patch here. But
well, Resolution also gets a bounty rune.
Yeah, that's
and with
what
that
does he
money,
pick up?
he finishes up or buys the vast majority of Wraith Bands. All right. Smoke up. Wow. Level 1 smoke by Tinker. They are looking to start this one off right with a Vengeful Spirit and Visage gank. We'll see where they decide to roam with this one. Will it be the mid lane? It looks like they're going to try to shut down some of that advantage that Resolution has acquired. He's going to link up, and he's running very deep into Black here, and now he's going to know he's running out to the side. Yeah, and these boots, he's just running away. Same move speed as Pylai Die. Is Pi going to get in a range? Nope. No, he's not. Venge has the boots. So does the Razor. So Venge normally could run down the hero in that situation, but since he goes boot first, Resolution in good shape now, and Pi is just going to move up to the top lane.
Yeah, and the best thing about that is, even if they had gotten the kill, that wouldn't have been First Blood. And sure, you might have knocked a Resolution down a little bit, but he's going to be getting a lot out of this lane now. Top lane's going to be going very well. Oh, mid lane going diving. Black is just sucking a lot of his damage. I don't think Black can last hit under this tower. No, I lied. He got one. Way Too versus Resolution. He's slowed down.
Slow him up. Way Too actually. The Courier's over here as well, and now he gets shadow struck. Courier on the high ground, but Resolution going to definitely fall here. Level 2 now for Way Too, so that's going to give him the soul assumption. Koikova also off to a good start by picking up that kill.
I'm really confused. How does his Wraith Band not get to him the last time?
Top lane. Aloha Dance. A really low HP is Stomp, though. Maybe going to help him out a little bit. And these lanes have rotated quite a bit, as now we have Koikova down bottom, Bulba up top. Black actually farming in the mid lane this game. Tinker do seem to favor this, and a lot of teams have been theory crafting about the dual lanes and putting your carry in the mid lane. And it does give you a little bit more versatility in terms of the draft. And I think part of the problem is just that I feel like the offlane pool at this point is extremely limited. There's really not too many great offlaners at the moment. So the dual lanes are pretty advantageous for these teams. Static link resolution onto Black. Just going to force him back a little bit.
Invis rune here from Pylite Die.
Yeah, I mean, just has to wait for this damage to go, the damage reduction to go away before they can even consider going on this. They do have a third hero. It's way too sexy. I think resolution might know something's happening here. Maybe not. Oh, he's running forward. He might just be dead here. Pylite Die with composure. Oh, now resolution gonna back up. And now he's going to go on him. They stun him up. The frost arrows are going to keep him very, very slow. Grave chill as well. Soul Assumption going to sail in, and Visage picks up a kill. 1-0-1. Great start for Team Tinker once again. Up 2-1.
Yeah, this is kind of going back to Resolution going really aggressive on the bottom lane, and all of a sudden the bottom lane, Koifa, oh, he's going to get, no, nice blink away. And he's going to be salving up. So Koifa's getting a lot done in this off lane. He's out CSing the Centaur right now. This is really good for them. And I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried right now.
Worried for Empire?
Yeah, this is a slow start on your Razor. Just, it spells havoc.
Yeah, I mean, he even got first blood. He got the bounty rune, but now he has been killed twice. So slowed down quite a bit. And in the top lane, I think they want to make moves onto the Leshrac. In comes the stun, and the Impale going to follow it up. Now he's going to try to body block Silent, and there's going to be a splitter, but it's not going to be enough to save him as Way2 shoots in another Soul Assumption, picks up another kill, and he's just wandering around the map getting kills. It looks like Always Want to Fly might be wanting to gank the mid lane here. Gonna be close. Does he know he's here? There's Aloha Dance is here as well. Now he sees Aloha Dance. Black might know there's some pressure. There's a TP coming in immediately. Great reaction by the Vengeful Spirit. And now it's going to be Always Want to Fly who's in some trouble. And he's just going to get Frost Arrow down here. There's no way for him to make it out of this one.
Easy dodge from the stun. Nice and played, but still going to be going down here at the end. Top lane as well. Silence going to be slowed up. Stun comes out, and the mana burn. Aloha's here. Not enough.
Whoa, 22 HP. He makes it through the Soul Assumption, but just barely.
One more right click.
Way2 feels like he's just at a freaking shooting gallery, just firing off these Soul Assumptions.
Oh yeah.
Getting a lot of great ones off so far, and Silent just has to heal up. He has gone for an early bracer to help deal with the fact.
Bottom lane, they sleep on Pylite Die. Here comes the edge.
And he goes down. So, I mean, Empire just feel like this slow start for them is going to be a huge deficit. I mean, you already talked about resolution in the mid lane, but I think Leshrac, a hero that does not play very well from behind either, because if he's not tanky enough to deal with your ganks, then, you know, he'll just die repeatedly. So I think he really needs a good start as well to be able to deal with that. And there's just so much burst damage from Team Tinker, and a lot of, I mean, even just the Drow damage, already giving 11 extra damage to the ranged heroes, and then the Visage Birds are going to be coming up. And in my experience so far in this patch, I have to say the Drow Visage is just very hard to deal with.
They're gonna really need Centaur to get that fast Crimson Guard. I don't even know if he can go for the Blink Dagger maybe this game. They can do, I don't know. I just think he needs to have that, yeah, to mitigate all the physical DPS that's coming out. And it's not too bad of an idea too. And look at Resolution's progression too. He might even need to go for a mechanism. So these dual lanes have been working out for Team Tinker, I want to say. Looking at the CS though, we do have Silent topping off the top here, but that's to be expected because they were able to really shut down the lanes in the early stage, and sure, they might have gotten some nice rotations off, but
I think he's okay. Never mind. Continue.
Oh, yep. Bulba, yeah, because Bulba can't really stay in the lane, right? Bulba's the Nyx Assassin against the Leshrac. You can't really stay in that lane. You have to just play it safe, play it until your stuns can come out, so.
He does almost have level 6 though, so look for him to be on the prowl soon. Has gone for arcane boots. Keep up all of those abilities, which do cost a fair bit of mana. At least the stun and the ultimate do. Mid lane, Highlight Eye is just sitting behind Black. They know how important this farm is. They know how important it is for him to just continue getting this farm, and he has a triple Wraith Band. What a build. I mean, that's going to maximize the damage from the aura right away. So Koikva going to be a huge
You see his damage, dude?
beneficiary of
He's
that.
hitting for 150.
Yeah.
That's insane. Oh my
150
God.
at 7 minutes, and if there is a
Highlight
fight,
Die.
they're going to chew through him. The Eye's up in the air. He's going to get stunned up as well. Razor actually going to get that one. So Resolution getting much needed kill. They're going to stampede onto Black. They need TP rotations. A good gust is going to buy some time. Bulba's coming in, and Black, he's going to make it out.
Oh,
Bulba's
Bulba
gonna
got
get stunned
stunned.
up, though. A little bit of miscommunication again from Team Tinker, but Koikva darts forward, gets one. It's actually going to be way too. Who picks that one up? Leshrac gets the other, and now Koikva is going to be split earth up. The lightning storm coming in, and but blown up. Way too gets another one, and he is just doing so well. He's going to be on a road to a quick Aghanims. Just I mean, he's just been all over the place, honestly. Been involved in 5 of 7 kills. Koikva helping out heavily with that one as well, and with him living through it, he's actually on his way to an Orchid very quickly.
Rubik Aloha Dance died to the tower. Poor guy. Oh man, that's a way to go. So in the end, a 3-for-2 trade, or 3-for-1. But definitely favoring Team Tinker there. That's giving your Visage almost level 6, and he's already got a point booster.
Yeah, he's going to have a very fast Ags if this game continues at this rate.
And they got really aggressive there. Very unfortunate that Bane wasn't closer. They couldn't get Black with the Stampede. And
It was great Gus as well, keeping him silenced so he could TP out. Good awareness by Black, and he's spinning like a truck. This is nuts. It's a crazy build, and it's definitely working. I mean, look at the supports. The Vengeful Spirit with over 75 damage now. The Visage hitting quite hard as well, and when those birds come up, they're also going to be benefiting from that aura, of course. And very nice lineup from Team Tinker.
oh, they got this. The smoke is already just scouted, but
Are they going to get
lift
Black?
back.
They're going to stampede. They're going to try to move in. Splitter, it's going to catch him. Lightning Storm follow up. Down goes Black, so they get a crucial pick off. No streak for Black, so it's going to be limited gold, but the majority of that is going to be going to the Leshrac. And we'll have to see what kind of build the Leshrac goes for next. Any sort of indication, nothing yet. But man,
Maybe going Bloodstone.
Resolution's just finishing up the shreds. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's most likely going Bloodstone. I don't think you can go the new item first. I think you need to get Bloodstone first.
It's either Bloodstone or BKB, depending on how far he gets shut down. Normally you want to go Bloodstone into BKB this game, but yeah, he's really hurting on the level department. It's 10 minutes in, he's only level 6. He doesn't have anything in Edict. They can't really siege the towers yet, and yeah, that's definitely hurting them here.
Bulba has been struggling a little bit, but now he's level 6. He should have a little bit more opportunity to get something done on the map. And meanwhile, Pi is just still babysitting Black, just making sure he continues to get farm, and he can even live through those crazy ganks like what just happened. And up in the top lane is Koikva, nearing that Orchid, getting pretty close considering how early it is, although he has bypassed treads, so that's important to know. Now the birds are up, and look at how much damage they are going to be hitting for. Jesus.
Not much at all.
Only 70. Bottom lane, Bulba still just farming it up here. And what do you think his item is? You go like this Blink? Do you still go Blink on a hero like Nyx Assassin, or you go for damage like Dagon? He's gonna move in. He's invisible at the moment. Aloha Dance is right here though. He's gonna try to get the kill, and Koikva, Sonic Wave gonna bring it down. Lifts down, gonna stun up Koikva 5 seconds till he has a blink, and I think they're just gonna disengage. They see another TP coming in. Koikva needs to make it out. Oh my god, just barely gets fogged right in that little tree. And that was really well played by Koikva, able to make it out of there. And they get another pick off onto the Centaur, gonna slow his progress towards whatever item it is that he does pick up, whether it's gonna be something like the Blink or something like the Crimson Guard right away.
It's gonna be Blink Dagger. He would have bought it already.
Yeah, I think it's definitely Blink.
And so far, Silent now up to level 8. That's the biggest thing. Trying to look at his leveling progression, because as I was stating earlier, need to have this Edict to really siege. They need to have the Centaur getting this Blink Dagger up ASAP, and so they can get that momentum that they're looking for. Because right now Empire I feel like they're kind of on a clock, I want to say, because once Way2 has this Ags, I don't see how any of Empire's heroes really contest in these fights. And looking at Koifa's item progression, man, he's almost got an Orchid.
Yeah, he is in some. He's got a lot of farm. I don't even know what to say. Like, he has skipped treads, but still, he is 60 CS, 2 kills, 3 assists. Been very involved and showing why Quap has been such a powerhouse in this patch. Just really good for these early fights, and with these early fights, the supports get a lot of extra gold, so they're very beneficial for your team. And I think that's definitely part of the reason why the Queen of Pain has been so popular.
Yeah, this is reminding me a lot of what they try to do to Arteezy. Shout out to him, I saw him in chat, but they try to shut down the Drow as much as they can, pick him off. He's only 0-1. It feels like he could be easily 0-3 right now for Black, so he's been playing really well, dodging the gank's middle lane, and just it's not enough when you just shut down the Drow if you're not taking any objectives, if you're not.
Yeah, because eventually you're gonna have to. I mean, they're gonna have to deal with it, and Black is on his way to another very fast item. Now farming in the jungle and basically just giving the mid lane to Pylai to get level 6, so he has that swap online. And the Orchid is now done for Koikova, so that opens up the opportunities for ganks. Fleshrack might be coming a little bit more difficult, but you know, a hero like Bane or Rubik will be able to be killed very, very easily. Now for Koikova on solo pickoffs, obviously in team fights, he's going to get some good utility out of that as well.
They need to start pressuring somewhere. And now that they have the Blink Dagger, Centaur is going to be looking here. Iba hooked up with Aloha, going on an adventure.
There's no one in the jungle though. Black apparently knows this is happening. Yeah, Tinker's map awareness has been pretty good so far this game. Or even in this series, they've dodged a bunch of ganks, and it looks like they're gonna move on to Way2 though. And wow, Quap kills Leshrac, proving that they can do that. And a pause from Aloha Dance going to be popping up, and Fire Pitmuckle missed that kill, but
yeah, I got it though.
Down very quickly. Well,
just kidding. Nice.
Well, Stampede right away. They're going to try to turn this onto Way2 in the mid lane.
Oh, he stole birds.
Down here.
Bird on bird action.
It's actually going to be pretty good. And
wow.
Birds go down. Uva. Oh my God, he almost dies. Bulba needs to be very careful. Running away now, full force.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane going to be pressured here from Koifa. Let's see if they're going to get it down. Fortify is still up. This Drow aura, holy shit, 170 damage on Quap. He's hitting the Fortify.
Bottom lane, Pylai dying, some trouble. Brain sapped is going to go down, lifted up, and not really sure what he was doing over here, to be honest with you, up on the high ground.
Do you have any wards? He has a ward. He was probably going to go ward deep into the territory. Normally that's what you do, Greg. You sacrifice your body for that vision, man.
He doesn't even get it down though.
I didn't say he did it successfully. He's no Greg. He can't all be a Greg, man.
And now, of course, we've got resolution going for the mechanism, but it feels late, but maybe that's all they can do is just get a mechanism and then try to group up and push. I mean, that has to be basically their plan, right? They can't really outsplit push the Drow Visage.
Yeah.
I mean, Black is going to be so farmed.
It's just going to be on Aloha to keep stealing the familiars. Where are they? Okay, one's scouting and one's farming. Scouting at that Roshan pit.
Meanwhile, Black is just padding his bank account, farming Ancients pretty freely with that Mask of Madness. Really no problems here. That's a lot of farm for Black. Top of the net worth is Koikova. Looks like he is going to be going for BKB next. And I support that decision wholeheartedly. There are a lot of stuns on the other team. He's still going to have to deal with the Fiend's Grip, but if he's the one getting Fiend's Grip, that means Black is probably going to work. So BKB will help him against a lot. 800 gold from that stack. Yeah, that's Black is going to be a wealthy man. And we'll see where he progresses from here. Do you think you go like Sanjin Yasha, or do you go for like a bigger item? What's your take on that, Alan?
I've seen a lot of people go Sange and Yasha. You can always just disassemble it and go into the Silver Edge, into Manta style. It's not too bad of an item progression. Giving you that raw stats that you need, gives you more movement speed, but he already has the mobility factor and the Mask of Madness. What would be the safest option is BKB in this situation. You don't want to get locked down and then all of a sudden bursted. You can always pop the BKB in time if Centaur blinks in. There's that reaction time for the hoof stomp. You can pop the BKB if you see maybe the Bane Fiends gripping you immediately. It's very fast reaction times, but I think it's needed. Or he can go, the Manta style or something, the Sange and Yasha into splitting it later on. So there's a lot of things he can work with. How greedy does he want to be, though? That's the question.
Yeah, absolutely. And paused up here. Wait, oh God.
You know the internal temperature of a
Tauntaun. Oh, come on, dude. Really, a Star Wars in bad taste Star Wars joke? Lukewarm, really?
I was just thinking of like him
damn it,
spelling out
Max.
tantrum for some reason. I don't even know why.
Happy belated May the 4th. Man, I can't. Dad jokes are real.
It's Cinco de Mayo, yo.
It is Cinco de Mayo.
Viva Peru.
What?
What?
What? That's not what Cinco de Mayo, dude. Cinco de Mayo is
I
not
know
a
it.
real
That's
holiday.
Mexico, dude.
What?
What? Isn't it the independence for?
It's not actually. That's
Mexico?
that's a fallacy as far as I know.
Let's see. Not independent. Okay, let's see. Cinco de Mayo.
It's like
Let's look
referred
up.
to as the Independence Day, but I've been told that that is just not true. I don't know.
Look at it.
Luckily, we have some scholars here with mop
What
packs.
is my Wikipedia? This shit is useless. All right, this.
I can't handle this right now.
You're all actually muted, you know that.
Way too sexy is halfway to an Aghanims.
You're muted.
I don't believe
No,
him.
you're-
I'm not muted.
Hello, chat.
That was a joke.
Hey, you know what we do?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, Twitch chat. Do you want to cast as muted? Please, please write write 1.
Type 1 in the chat.
Type 1 if you want to cast as muted. That's how we do it.
All right, I'm muted.
God.
Good news is this is going to be 5 minutes of delay, so yeah.
Give us another
So-
joke.
What?
Give us another joke,
What?
Trent.
Yeah, come on. do
Wow,
it.
jokes. Temp jokes. What do you call a black guy that? I'm just
No.
kidding.
No.
Nope. I don't know where that joke is going, but
Right,
Pimp
Alan is
Uncle.
muted. Greg is
I'm
only
calling
the
a
2 of
pimp
us.
uncle.
I'm shutting Alan down right now. Oh my God. Okay, all right. You're actually all fired. Oh my God.
Good shit, boys.
Well,
Wait, who's casting? Are we talking about Pimp's casting, my casting, your
I mean,
casting, Greg's
probably
casting?
my casting. Let's be honest. I'm the only one. I'm the only one he'd make fun of.
It's,
Quick, we're reconnecting
you know
back.
why?
He's the only one not in the team house, so we're just waiting.
Yeah,
for
he
him
has
to get
school,
his,
you know.
his lag under
German
control.
school is too
Yeah.
hard, boys. Can't have that. I'm just,
I have 5 MS to the server. This server must be in my backyard. That's pretty impressive.
Wow.
You know what else can be in your backyard?
Oh.
All right.
Back underway as we sadly will not get to hear the conclusion of that joke.
Radiant
Way
structures
too is-
are fortified.
He is getting fairly close to that Aghanim Scepter, and that will be very helpful for split pushing. Tylai Dai taking down the bottom tower all by himself. Maybe it's going to get denied, and he's going to die. Oh, yeah. Rip. Rest in pieces.
Your name shall be forgotten.
That was like a very sad movie. Just knew it was going to happen. The Bane gets there, nightmares him, keeps him from getting that tower. Koikova, he's actually going for an Aghanims. He just bought the Orc Club first. Okay. Balls out. Let's go.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Black has
attack.
gone for the Yasha.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, the item progressions, let's look at them from Team Tinker. Bulba did get his Blink Dagger a little bit a while ago. Mechanism was picked up from Resolution. It hasn't been flown out though. They do have Stampede here though. They're gonna get wrapped around on the backside here. Bulba gonna be scouting out. Oh, Sentry being placed. But, oh, on both fronts. Oh, Bulba's gonna be blinking in, but he gets stunned without the impale. He's blown up.
Now Way2 is in the enemy lines, drops down the soul assumption, is already taken down one, and they get another black streaming forward, doing a ton of damage, but needs to be careful as he was actually at risk with that Mask of Madness of going down. But in the end, it's a 3-for-1 in favor of Tinker. The Dire Courier going to go down as well. What was on that? It was just a Wraithman. Black's one of his extras that he traded out for that Yasha, and now they're going to go into the Roche Pit and take that down very easily. And with 3 heroes dead, no Stampede available, going to be very, very easy. And holy crap, look how fast it dies.
Roshan has fallen to the depths.
That's scary.
Radiant's top tower
Look how much
is
damage
under
Koikova
attack.
has.
I know. I pointed it out like
200.
4 minutes ago. He like 4 minutes ago he had 170. Now he's up to
Almost 200.
200.
Jesus, has an Aegis for himself as well.
Yeah, this is. I agree with this build too. If you think about it, the biggest problem with Klops nowadays is them not rushing the Orchid, and that hurts your attack speed. It also increases your damage as well, but more so the attack speed.
Aloha Dance looking for a pickoff though. Way2's picked up in the air. There's a splitter.
That guy's
Lightning
tanky,
Storm
though.
Follow up, and yeah, Way2 just has so much HP. The Soul Assumption coming in. Black now gets the Frost Arrow on Aloha Dance. He goes down. Lightning Storm coming in as well. That's going to take down another. And now Leshrac trying to run out. Bulba does have the blink. Impale in 2 seconds, 1 second. Gonna blink forward. There's the Orchid onto Silent. He gets blown up. Look at the damage from Black. And now they're gonna mow down the tower. Fortification is used in another great fight for Team Tinker. And they seem to be in very good shape here for game number 3, up 15-9. With Black farming like crazy. Black has 134 CS.
I don't know, man. This just all of a sudden went from a game that looked okay for Empire to a game where Empire have no more control. The Roshan was taken away. These towers are falling now. Now they're gonna be pressuring the jungle here. Resolution might be picked off here. I mean, going on the Visage, that's
Yeah, not even getting the kill. He has so much armor from the Gravekeeper's Cloak. And now he has 3 birds. The Aghanims is completed. They're hitting for over 110. Bulba, maybe it's in trouble. No, it's Resolution, the one who has to run away. Stampede, that's enough to bring down Bulba. But look at Way2 tanking up. Now Black is going to come in. But this is still a very, very lopsided fight. And it's going to be a good one for Empire. Now they need to track down a couple more heroes. They've got the chase on the Black, but he has Mask of Madness. He's going to make it out. Now they're going to try to get the birds on out of here. We're going to see the strength of these new birds. Look at how tanky they are. 3 hits. One more will take down one, but are they actually going to get it? He does have the drop in 3 seconds, or 5 seconds rather, and looks like they're going to make it out. So good. That was a pretty good fight for Empire. That's about as good as it gets. They get the Nyx, they get the Visage. Unfortunately, they do lose one of their kind of cores who's going for an Aghanims yet again.
Radiant's top tower is
I don't
under
know.
attack.
I don't agree with it. He should be getting the Crimson Guard this game. That's the best item this game, especially for dealing with the Visage, for dealing with the Drow. This could be a double Sonic Wave, but not gonna have vision of them really coming up on the high ground here. Koifa still has the Aegis to work with. It's just like they're kind of hunting. They know Queen of Pain.
Unfortunately, Queen of Pain still holding on to that Aegis for another 2 minutes. So gonna be hard to get both kills, I think, onto the Queen of Pain. Bloodstone finish up now for the Leshrac, and that's around 21 minutes, so a little bit later than you would like to see it. Now the important part will be, can Silent actually get a couple of kills here in the next few minutes? My biggest problem is he still doesn't have that much HP. When you look at how much damage Black is doing, how much damage the birds are doing, they can get chewed through quite quickly. And Bulba just pushing out lanes with the Visage birds. Way2 has lost 1. Still has 2. Now they're going to run into the jungle, and I think this might be a fight break.
Oh,
Black has the BKB, does get the Fiend's Grip off, but now getting static. Link going to lose a lot of his damage. In goes Way2, and a great Sonic Wave from Koikba. Catches 2. 1 goes down. Brain Sap from 1, and that's not enough to keep him up. Black does fall. Koikba moving forward. Shadow Strikes onto Silent. Lightning Storm helping to bring him down, but now he's impaled. Now Bulba has to run away. Not a lot of HP, but Way2 takes down another. That's a double kill with the Soul
DP away. Swap.
Trying to make no swap down. He's going to be brought down now as well. Resolution dying. That's 4 dead for Team Empire, and only 2 die from Tinker to make it happen. And Koikova's just doing so much damage in these fights with the Aghanim Scepter. Now he has another Sonic Wave in 7 seconds. And what a monster Koikova and Way Too Sexy have been this game.
I mean, they just
Structures are
left their
fortified.
supports to die from Empire. Centaur wasn't even... Where was
Radiant's
Centaur
bottom
during that
tower
whole
is
fight?
under
I think it was off split pushing or
Radiant's
something.
bottom tower has
Oh
fallen.
boy. Yeah, he was top lane, and I don't know, man. And Leshrac getting this Ghost Scepter here, this is definitely not the answer against a Nyx
Dire's
Assassin.
top
Sure,
tower
it's the
is
answer
under
for
attack.
the Visage for the Drow, but it's not the answer, because I think Bulba's going to be doing roughly about 500 damage, if not more, from every mana burn he hits on Leshrac. So it's going to be very scary times for Silent here.
And that was like the best case scenario for Empire, with Black just kind of wandering up. He does get the BKB off before. So I suppose you could make an argument it could have been a little bit better for them, but now a big smoke from Empire, and the birds, I think they seem to know this is happening. They're trying to find out where they are with the birds, but smoked into the jungle where there is absolutely no one. So they're going to pressure the top tower with this smoke as opposed to getting a kill unless they wrap back around on mid. They're just looking for anything, and I think Bulba knows. They all know that this is happening. Playing very, very conservatively. Looks like they might even mirror them. Do they have a smoke of their own? Yes, they do. I think they are going to mirror them. Probably journey into the jungle over here. So we'll see if they're actually able to find something. I think they are going to go into the jungle. A little bit of drawings on the map, and Empire
Worthy tribute.
and Team Tinker both not really going to get anything out of these smokes.
Right. And they'll pick off Resolution if he's not too careful here.
He's playing very far back. I think both teams know pretty much what's happening. When you smoke all the way through the jungle like this, you don't find anyone, well, you can probably deduce that there's somewhere in your half of the map. So they're going to dodge this gank as well. So both smoke ganks fail. Although it was a 5-man smoke gank for Tinker, and not quite for Empire. So maybe a little bit of a teeny bit of an advantage there, but Team Tinker are just going to continue on farming here. And looking at the net worth, they have almost a 10,000 gold advantage, 12,000 in the XP. So big advantage for Team Tinker. And I don't know if the game gets any easier for Empire. I think they probably need to push, right? Glimmer Cape for Leshrac is going to be the choice, but I mean, my issue is that sure, there's a lot of magic damage. There's also a ton of physical damage, and they're going to stampede and get nothing. They don't even get Pylai die. He does not have the blink.
His blink's on cooldown because he already blinked aggressively. I don't know about the cast of the ultimate there. Really weird when you have the blink dagger on cooldown, and it's just, yeah, it's really weird. I don't know. I mean, they're doing a lot, as much as they can, right? Leshrac's going to be going for the. I think it's just all about the item progression coming in from Empire. As I'm saying, Centaur still needs to get that Crimson Guard after this Ags. They need to get more magic damage reduction coming in for the Nyx Assassin, as well as the magical nukes that can be coming out from the Soul Assumption and the Quap. But most of the Quap now is pure damage. Ags on her, that's very scary to deal with. So it's not going to be easy. But you see, all their items right now are Ghost Scepters. So Empire are finding ways to deal with the physical DPS.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting game because if they use the Ghost Scepter at the wrong time, they'll get blown up. And if they use the Glimmering Cape, then it's possible it won't help them at all. So they do get a nice D ward off. Koikaba darting around the jungle. Does need to be careful here. If he gets lifted, he could be in some trouble. And he makes it out. And some of those getting out might have to say could be a little bit of that ping advantage. He gets a little bit of a head start there. And a TP in. This seems like kind of a suicidal TP. It is going to be canceled, but Aloha Dance is here. Maybe he's going to go down. Stampede.
The damage
He's
reduction.
going to make it out. He doesn't have Ags yet. Relax.
Just kidding. Relax. That 0 damage Soul Assumption nuke. It was pretty funny to watch. But Koifa's playing really aggressive down here. Oh boy, Koifa, bro. Oh, he's going, no, always want to fly. Just, no.
Well, he sees the Centaur. He has to know that there's more here.
Oh,
and
he
he's
should've waited.
going to juke the blink stomp. Jesus.
Nope. That
Glimmer
turned
Cape's done for
into
Leshrac.
an easy kill to a non-kill. All of a sudden.
Oh man. Silent's just going to continue farming up in the jungle here, and Glimmer Cape on Leshrac, I think, has been extremely powerful. A lot of teams have been abusing it a little bit, where you just, you know, you get a couple glimmer tapes on your team and you can just put one on after the other, send him up the hill, and he does a lot of damage. But Team Tinker do have, of course, that physical damage, so he's gonna have to use that Ghost Scepter as well, not just get shredded.
Now they need to. Well, okay, it's nighttime now. Things are getting a little bit more scary for Empire. Roshan was scouted out for Team Tinker side, but not for Empire. So gonna be pushing out the lanes here. This is really well played from Team Tinker, making the enemy react to them, and then they go do Roshan. So Empire know this. They're like,
Radiant's top tower
okay, if we
is under
TP back
attack.
now, they're gonna get Roshan. And all right, now Ags is up. All right, there you happy? There's gonna be damage reduction finally. No more cliffs needed. They can just run over these cliffs to go on to the Roshan pit. Very funny and interesting to see if it happens. All of Empire converging there.
Yeah, and Team Tinker are pushing out possibly the top lane. They've been hiding here. I think they're waiting for someone to farm it.
Radiant's top tower
And there's
is
just
under
no one
attack.
there, as all of Team Empire down in the bottom lane. But now the creeps are in the base, and I mean, Empire have to be considering sending someone back there because they're just taking some damage.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
Problem is,
tower
when they do,
is
they're just
under
gonna
attack.
die. Like,
No,
they're instantly
I'm
dead.
telling you, the biggest problem is that, yeah, they're worried about the gank too, but they're also worried about Roshan. They're just like, hey, we know that they might want to go into the Rosh pit. This is...
I mean, the thing is, you're there. Now we're gonna get the TP in from the last track, pretty tanky, and Razor gonna... Oh, nope, he actually cancels his. A lot of canceled TPs this game. There is an Ags for the Razor as well, so shield your eyes. And Koikva just gonna farm up the wave here. I think they've given up the dream of getting someone with this gank. They're just gonna head out. Oh, maybe not. They're really committed to getting someone in this top lane. Black now just pushing out bottom, building towards his next major item with that Mantis style completed now as well.
Radiant's top tower is
He's
under
now
attack.
adding 62 damage with the precision aura. 66 actually, Jesus. And oh, good blink in by Bulba, and they're gonna catch Aloha Dance. They
That
fall
damage,
into the
though.
trap. And Ghost Scepter, he's gonna make it out. Just
Yeah,
barely.
Boba doesn't have a vendetta.
He has no Spike Carapace either. He's gonna try to juke out of this, but do not think he's gonna be able to. Bulba goes down. They don't even get Aloha Dance, but yeah, look at how fast Team Tinker take Roche. Okay.
Roshan has fallen
Double
into
damage
the trap.
drow, no problem, yo. That's
Immortality.
575 damage. That's
That's
under
pretty epic.
rapiers.
That's pretty rapid. That's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Look at that damage. Jeez. Black's gonna be a problem.
Well, he certainly is, and we haven't even just talked about all the defensive capabilities coming out from Team Tinker. You have the Pylai Die swap. You have a Yule Scepter going to be picking up here soon from Bulba. He's obviously got the blink in impales and the Spike Carapace. So, oh, Silent trying to go for the sneaky plays mid lane with the Glimmer, but not going to be happening. Not going to be happening.
And now we're just, I mean, Team Tinker, they can just continue farming. It's really on Empire, I think, to make something happen in this game. And Tinker have shown that they're just totally fine to play these 6.84 games into the late game. Take it long. Hyperstone for Visage. He's going to be going for the Assault Brass, and it's going to continue tanking up with that armor.
Yeah, also has Visage Explanation. Drought Aura will affect Visage familiars when they are within 900 range of her, or globally when she activates the Aura.
Congratulations, you learned how to read.
Aura.
Big
Hey,
ups. Big
you
ups
know
on that
what?
one, Alan.
You know what?
Top lane.
lane.
Bulba might be in some trouble. He's glimmering. He's gonna. Oh, misses the stomp. Are you serious?
They
No,
needed the
Bulba's-
lightning.
Bulba is just vendetta up, and he's gonna turn this one back around. And there's more heroes converging over. Look at all of those familiars. He's gonna use that free pathing to try to make it out of here. Is it
Glimmer
gonna be
away. They've
enough?
got no dust, no sentries.
Cannot believe he missed that stomp though. And Koikwa is just pursuing after Silent. Does not matter if you do get that Stampede. Aloha Dance now here, lifting him up in the air. Koikwa maybe going to consider backing up, and he's mech'd up by Pylai Die. Always want to fly. Now the one who's going to be in some trouble. Sonic Wave. Okay, he is dead. Ethereal Blade's not going to help you against Scream. And now Pylai Die is so close to falling. Looks like he might go down here to the air. No, he's going to live with a couple HP. Koikwa is going to die. The Aegis is going to pop. Resolution being pursued by birds. Koikwa in some trouble. Now stomped up. Split Earth as well. He goes down way too for the long range soul assumption, which gets ethereal bladed because there's the bird standing by. And the birds now are doing 150 damage, which is absolutely ridiculous. Way too now trying to make it out. And he looks like he's going to go down as well. Now Silent. He's in front. The Visage birds, he's actually going to have to be really careful. Does not have ethereal blade here. They're going to have to try to kill these birds, but I don't know if they can kill them fast enough. No way. 4 attacks is a lot. They might get 1. Nope. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ice Frog.
I'll take that.
I mean,
what? Like, how do none of those birds die, dude?
it's
That's
just
ridiculous.
how Dota works, dude.
That's ridiculous.
How Dota works. You gotta click heroes. You gotta click birds, and they die or they don't.
Well, that was a pretty big fight
That
for
was-
Empire.
Right, right.
Get them something. They're still
Koifa
very far
played
down.
so
though.
aggressive, and Black wasn't there during the team fight. He was just off on his own, farming away. And if they had him in that team fight, Empire would have definitely lost. That would have been probably game, probably Rex's. So him not being there, kind of costing them. And
Ends up costing them a couple thousand gold. Nothing too major. Still a huge gold lead for Team Tinker. And they're just trying to, I think, just continue farming here. Wait till Black is like truly 6 slotted. He's going to have a butterfly here soon. Very soon. How dare you, Mumpax? How dare you suggest that they buff Ice Frog? Looks like Uva might be in some trouble. Swap back. He's going to be caught out. Stampede used. Gem on the deck. That's the gem gone. Stampede will not save you from that swap. Good initiation by Pylai Die. And all he has is Guardian Greaves, Sentry Ward, and Smoke of Deceit. Those Guardian Greaves cost so much money. I really question whether they're worth it on this fort. I mean, I guess the auras are really good. They're just so much money.
It just depends on what heroes you put it on. I think it's worth it. You have 1,000. I don't know. All these heroes have the mana pool sufficiency to really do it, except for Bane. Bane
Now
doesn't have
Team
enough.
Tinker looking to close in on this tower. And I think that's a butterfly coming out. Yes, it is for Black. So he is going to be so like, how are they supposed to kill him with a butterfly and a BKB? He's basically invulnerable when he uses that BKB. The Leshrak's not going to be doing any
They need
damage.
Silver Edge. Just kidding, it doesn't work on items.
What is
they
Razor
need
going to do?
they need
Nothing.
MKBs or something. Oh,
Koifa,
well, that
actually,
can kill
maybe-
Koifa.
Oh, good swap by Pilot Die. That'll keep him alive. The Greaves go off. Bulba may be in some trouble, but Resolution gets brought down by the Visage Birds. In the back, way too sexy. He's being scripted up, and there's a Stampede as well. But they're just trying to reposition in the fight. But everyone from Tinker is here. Still okay. They maybe need a Greaves to heal back up, but now Aloha Dance. There's a Nightmare to keep him alive for the moment. Uba's in front. They try to get an initiation here, but just brought down by the damage that Team Tinker have. Ethereal Blade for Aloha Dance. Glimmer Cape as well. He's going to try to make it out, but I do believe they still have a gem on one of these heroes. Yes, Waytu is the holder of the gem, so the Glimmer Cape not going to save him from being seen, but magic ability is basically doing nothing when that's activated. But they get 2 kills, they back up, they're just going to reposition. I think they're waiting for Guardian Greaves to be back up, heal up, and they're going to walk back in, and that is going to be the case. Team Tinker looking to reinitiate the assault on the Radiant base, and Empire struggling to stay alive here in Dota Pit.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. They still don't have the Aegis to work with, but Bill Centaur down for 25 seconds. Man, Razor just got popped last team fight. Just like that tower just did. There's way too much physical DPS. Let's look at this. Rax melt. It's melting.
Just birds are destroying it. Now they move forward. Bulba gets a good stun off. One of the Visage birds going down. Split Earth coming out onto Bulba. He's invised up. Going to be able to maybe turn this one back around. It looks like Tinker actually going to back up here with the Centaur coming up in 3 seconds. They know that Stampede will be on off cooldown as well. And we'll see what they can do next. Roshan not up, so there's going to be a couple minutes here. I think they're just going to wait for the next Roshan and then reinitiate.
Worthy tribute.
All right, Alan. Hello.
Hi, what's up, bro?
Are they just going to wait for the next Aegis?
No, dude. There's... Oh, man. I'm just kidding. Well, Empire, they need to do that big play where they come over the high ground and steal the Aegis and cheese. That's their only hope.
Their one and only hope.
They honestly can't do anything about the physical DPS. They need an Assault Cuirass plus a Shiva's Guard on Razor right now. He's only got 14 armor. He needs about 30 more to even contest with all of it. It's coming out from the side of Team Tinker. You just had Way2 obviously picking up an Assault. This is a mad Visage, man. Let's look at his net worth.
Yeah, look, his net worth is only below the Leshrac on the other team, and he is third on the team, and he has just been a huge player in this game, getting 11 kills, only 3 deaths, and now they're going to be looking for a kill in the jungle. Volva does not have a gem, so he's not going to be able to see the Glimmer Caves here. Quakeva also does not have one. And do you think have to imagine he's probably going to be building a refresher with this Perseverance? I guess it could be a Lincoln's, but
That could be
he
a
does
Lincoln's.
have, but he has the Scythe device. He can have double ulti, double hex. That seems pretty good.
Potentially double Orchid. A lot of things. Normally I would love to see. He can get the Lincolns for Fiend's Grip, and that would be.
It feels like if he wants to buy Lincolns, he should get BKB first, though, right?
BKB. I would go BKB over Lincolns.
Yeah.
Here comes the wraparound from Team Tinker. They know what they want. They want this game. Game 3.
And they want to try to end it right now. Pylai running forward. Not able to get in range for a swap. He's very close, though, if he does want to get one. Or if he just wants to hold it for someone who gets initiated on it. Now Black, moving forward, but Pylai died. The one who gets initiated on. But look at the Centaur just completely died. 2 of the Visage Birds. 2 are dead. Way2 gets a double kill. They just melted to the Visage Birds. Black not even really involved in this fight yet. And 3 heroes are already dead. He does manage to take down one, and he gets the Frost Arrows onto Aloha Dance. That's probably going to be the end for him. Impaled up in the air. Sonic Wave by Quakeva on the back lines, pushing in the creep wave. Down goes Aloha Dance, and that's another kill for Way2 Sexy, who's looking way too good this game.
That's pretty much it. You can't deal with the Visage Birds. There's no other way to say it. It's absolutely ridiculous. They're already down to Rex. They don't even have the tier 3 tower top, and they're pushing bottom right now. Centaur has buyback, but I don't know. They need the biggest thing for me is they don't have a Solar Crest in their team. They don't have that 30% extra evasion from the familiars, and that's
or a missed chance for Quakeva Black. Like Solar Crest seems really good this game, and instead
no
they're just
Solar
gonna see
Crest.
their barracks just dying.
Yep. No Solar Crest, no Crimson Guard. I think he should have gotten it first, even before BKB or Blink, maybe even. I don't know. This is the item progression against a Visage and a Drow has to be vastly different than what you want to normally go for. I don't know if Ags was even the right item this game on Centaur, so
Yeah.
not agreeing with that. And now they're in this situation where they're down 2 or 3 Raxes out of 6 here, and look
They're
there,
at 25,000
Roshan.
gold deficit, and they're about to lose Roche, which can go down in like 3 seconds whenever Tinker decides to kill it. With these birds just doing so much damage. This is even without the aura. With the aura, these things actually are gonna hit so hard. That's nuts.
Yeah, Way2 has every single item in the game. 6 slotted.
Looks like he's got a Solar Crest for himself actually.
Does he's 6 slotted?
He's ready to go. Could use some BOTs, I suppose.
BOT's level 2, then TP on to his Visage Familiars, and then summon more Visage Familiars.
Sounds
Dylan.
good. I'm into it. Vicious Familiar's just hiding out in Roshan, making sure that Empire don't try to sneak it. And a Scotty is done for Black. Octarine Core finally done for the Leshrac, but it feels too little too late at this point. I think when you're this far behind as the Leshrac, it can be tough. Because he's just getting physical down, and then he uses the Ethereal Blade and gets blown up by one of the magic nukes. And now Tinker is going to take Roche, and this is going to die in literally seconds. Look at how much damage the Drow Birds do! 250 with the aura! What's wrong with this game? That's disgusting.
That's having a rapier on. That's basically
It's like having
3
3
rapiers.
walking rapiers that
3
don't drop
walking
when you
rapiers,
kill them. Jesus Christ. Yeah, with machine gun attack speed. What is wrong? That's crazy. Their base is just going to die, like, instantly. That's so ridiculous.
No, they got the 70% magic reduction
Radiant's
from
middle
Centaur,
barracks
dude.
are under
They need to
attack.
use it properly.
I don't know if it's going to matter as now Uwa moving forward does drop down the Ghost Scepter Split Earth, try to keep Empire in the game. They need to win this fight. Resolution taking damage, trying to BKB up. That does not help against the Visage Birds and Queen of Pain right click. And down goes another from the Soul Assumption. And Uva, the only one left on the back line. Triple kill for Koikaba, going absolutely insane in this fight. Now darts forward, refreshes, sheeps up on Silent. Down he goes, and GG is called by Resolution, and Team Tinker are going to move on to face Cloud9 in the lower bracket in the next game of Dota Pit. But Team Empire exit. What a strong draft from Team Tinker. I think that's all I can say.
Yep, it was pretty good. And they executed it a lot better. I mean, it was really good. And kudos to Empire for putting up a good fight as best they could. They just got Drow Visage basically slapped in the face because their laning phase was okay. Quap got a lot from the bottom lane though. Mid lane, a Resolution did die twice. They put a lot of pressure on him, but then they kind of turned it around on Black. They ganked him like 3 times, but he only died once. So Black played an amazing early game, not dying much. Top lane, they got a lot of kills too, even though Bobo was down a lot on the CS. It still didn't matter. He got his levels. And then they started roaming. Visage got his level 6 at a reasonable time because Empire dove the mid tower, and they didn't get the kill on Black, and they fed 3 kills away. So I would say the game kind of was on the back foot from then, because when you're against this Drow Visage lineup, every single kill matters, and every single death matters on your team. So really well played from Team Tinker early game, and then there was nothing Empire could really do in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for watching the broadcast of Dota Pit. Team Tinker moving on to face Cloud9 next. Again, I'm What Is Hip from High Ground TV. You can find me on Twitter at What Is Hip TV. Join me today, Ryu Boras at Ryu Boras Dota on Twitter, Pimp Muckle on production at Pimp Muckle, and of course Motpax, the stats man, at Motpax on Twitter. Thank you guys for joining us. You guys were watching Dota Pit season number 3, organized by the One Game Agency. And thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.